Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Fan Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Are you the keymaster?
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk.
First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Hey guys, this is Christy. I'm actually welcome to Lunch Hour. It's at noon, and I've got a guest on here, Kenny Aitken. He's also a longtime friend. How you doing? And he's currently running a Kickstarter right now, and I'll put that up there. So, Kenny, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Kenny. I'm a human. I always get caught off guard by questions like that. Tell me about yourself. So I'm a freelance artist, comic book writer, and I do a little bit of everything. I think it's kind of hard to just put it all into one little box. I guess I do comic book coloring. I do some illustration. I do oil painting, portraits, and landscapes. I'm a Japanese student. What else? I mean, I do too much stuff. I want to say that before I say anything else, your intro thing was cool. I didn't never seen the little Muppet thing at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's what we run at the beginning of every show. That's the thing. That. It's like Pops Van Marmalade, so it's like kind of modeled after Pops or something. I guess he duplicated his like AI and did whatever and whatever.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen that before. I thought that was cool. So anyway, I do just do a little bit of everything: comic books and freelance art. I do coloring work for whoever needs it and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So also the thing is too is like you're running a Kickstarter right now, and yes. I put up the links put up in here, and you've actually got 6 days to go. I mean, you're doing good. You're funded right here, so that's really good. And you got 89 backers. That is not too shabby. And I've read Apex. It's kind of a really pretty cool comic book. I don't say that it's like the super deepest comic book ever, but it's fun. It's about like a cybernetic owl, and he's actually done. Excuse me, basically a fan art of Demon Bitch for the new pen is here. So it looks like penis here, but it's pen _ is here, so I don't get into trouble. So let's go ahead. But yeah, this is the thing is like, this is one of the rare Kickstarters that I've seen that is funded really well. But hey, Quentin, but has funded really well, but it doesn't need a video. Like it's pretty like laid back and shit. And then, like the story, it's like a cybernetic owl is created as a weapon, breaks free from his creators, learns the ways of the samurai, and becomes a hero in the distant future of Japan. After the events of the first arc, Apex finds himself facing off against new and old enemies alike. And it might make some new friends along the way. So you've had me do some character, like do some fan out of your character, that which I got to do at some point. So, I mean, I've just been busy because, like, if anybody knows me, I'm doing a lot of shit myself too. It's like I'm the president of Caps. I am starting a new company with Philip Knox, like that he does the other one. He unfortunately wasn't here today because one of the Transformers blew and fucked up his internet. So sorry about that, guys. He is actually there. He was very present, but it's all that stuff. And then lastly, like, I'm running my own stuff with Demon Bitch and trying to get my own Kickstarter off the ground. So again, what happens in the story arc right here?
So this one here is just a continuation of the first. So this is the second part of the second arc. I wrote too many books. That's where we're at here. So like you said, it's just super, like, not really super deep. It's like a lot of fun, a lot of action. This one kind of breaks that a little bit because I kind of feel like I had to go back in and, like, add some backstory and kind of maybe explain a little bit about what's going on while introducing some new characters, just to kind of keep the thing going. This one probably has the most dialogue in it out of any issue, and it might actually have more dialogue than the whole entire series combined. So I put a lot of work into this one, but because I got to pave the way for the next few books. So we're doing 9 books total, and then I'm just gonna kill all the characters and call it good. Maybe, but nine books in the main series total, and then maybe someday, I might come back and revisit it. But I've been working on this thing for. I started writing the first script at the end of 2017, so I've been working on this for 5 years. That's a long time to be working on one thing. So
you've like done like 1 volume per year, right?
Just about. I think the first year I think I did two, and then ever since then I've done one per year. And they're pretty good sized books. I think the biggest one was 38 pages, I think. I'm starting to try to condense them down and get them a little smaller so I can get them coming out a little faster. But mostly just for speed because it's so long between volumes. It's been about. This one was delayed a little bit. I was going to run this one in November, and then I was planning on going to Japan in December, which I did, and I didn't want to leave right after fulfilling and have to deal with all the you know what you got to do, all the stuff you have to do right after you get the campaign done. So I figured, I'll just wait till January and see where it goes. And I'm kind of glad I did because it's been a lot. This one hasn't been really stressful at all. It's been really pretty chill, actually.
Yeah. So let's see here. So with Apex. So explain the digital rewards, like digital PDF. That's pretty good. That Lunar Eclipse. So Lunar Eclipse, what is that one? Is that
that's the second volume. So the first series, issues 1, 2, and 3, Apex Cybernetic Samurai Owl is the first arc, and then this is Apex Cybernetic Samurai Owl Lunar Eclipse. So this is like the second story, like it's a standalone. I guess you could have it as a standalone story. If you didn't read the first 3 issues, you probably wouldn't be missing a whole ton. Just a lot of cool action. It's battling giant monsters in Tokyo and things like that. So some backstory in the first 3 issues, but not a whole ton. This one's a little more in depth, has some new characters and a little more writing into it as I've gotten better at writing, kind of. So it's just like a natural progression. So I just wanted to start back over with another contained arc. So 1, 2, and 3. So there'll be Lunar Eclipse 1, 2, and 3. And then the next arc will be start back over at 1, and it'll be 1, 2, and 3. And then that'll be it for the whole series.
So you want this to be a continuing character for the long term kind of thing?
Just for 9 issues.
Yeah.
I'm already sick of him. This is probably the longest I've stayed focused on one thing in my entire life. So
are you like squirrel mentality, like squirrel?
Yes, right, exactly. So.
Well, it'll pay off. I mean, I think it's like he's got a following. It's kind of a cool character. And with Apex, so like the thing with the cover A and cover B, so these are just 2 variant covers that you're doing and you're printing.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So it would be the same amount that you had in the digital PDF. It's just that they're just different covers.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
And then the digital catch up, it's like fucking everything plus like, you know, different so like the first digital catch up and lunar eclipse. So what are the differences between the two? Because they're both $20 a piece.
Okay, so digital catch up is just a digital version of everything that's everything up until this point. So like I have like here I have like this is
Let me big apply that. Hold on. Let me remove that. Okay. Show it again.
So I got issue 1 here, and then like issue 2. So there's digital versions of these, issue 3, and then all the way up to issue 4, and then this is issue 4 here. So this is a thick one. So I have digital versions up through books. So we'll just say books 1 through 5 for $20, and then if you want, I don't know what the other tier was you were looking at. Let me see. I'll pull it up.
Let me go pop this up real quick. So this was like I was looking at digital catch up and lunar eclipse.
Okay, so lunar eclipse 1 and 2. So lunar eclipse 1 and 2. So this is that'd be a physical copy of lunar eclipse 1 and 2. So this is lunar eclipse 1 right here, and then this is what came out last year. This is the old one for lunar eclipse issue 1, and then lunar eclipse 2 is what we're running right now. So you get the first issue of lunar eclipse and the second issue for $20.
Okay, cool. And then let's look at here.
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping. Okay. Yeah, well, of course, you know, in Kickstarter, you have to add shipping onto later. So and you got the coin. We were talking about the coin and everything in the hollow foil cover. So what do you explain about these guys?
So what was your question? I'm sorry.
So explain about each of these guys. So they got the A and B coin. Remember how we were talking about the coins and shit? And then the hollow foil cover and coin. So explain about those. So these are the 2 variant covers, right? These are the 2 issues. Same issues, but the 2 different variant covers plus the coin, right?
Right. So for this issue, I'm doing this is gonna be the first time I've done it because I've been a little I don't know, I don't want to say use the word apprehensive, but I have I have a local printer here who does my books, and it's really super easy. I had my first book was done through I'm trying to find a coin here so I can show you if I have one. I don't think I do though. So my first books were printed through a company that I found on Facebook that isn't around anymore, and they didn't do a very good job. We'll just say that. I don't even remember the name of them at this point. So I got my local guy over here. He does he got equipment.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up so that we can see the coin.
I couldn't find one.
Oh.
If I think of where one is, I'll find one. Here's my buddy's coin right here. It's kind of similar, I guess. This is my buddy Garrett's coin. It's this one's for Last Wolf Legion. It's I think it's
Garrett gun.
Yeah, this might be for Good Boy. No, this is let's see here. No, this is Warcorns. It's a similar coin to this one. His is a little bigger than mine, but that's kind of similar to what I do. So I'm trying to get it to focus here. There we go.
It's funny how they do like the whole thing about like testosterone and unicorns, 2 things you don't combine together generally. Right. It is pretty funny. I mean, I'm not saying like if you're a guy and like unicorns, there's something wrong. It's just funny because usually it's like portrayed as like a really feminine thing with rainbows and shit.
Right,
and
right.
Bright colors and everything. That's a badass coin. Quentin likes it.
It's pretty cool. So what I used to do is I used to give the coins away for free. Well, they weren't free. I mean, everybody you pay for them somewhere, right? They used to be just like a freebie for early backers as a way to get people to come in with the cost of everything going up. And just people asking like, hey man, can I get that coin? Can I get that coin? I finally just decided, you know what? I'll just make it a tier, put it on a tier. People can buy it. They can get it as an add-on. And then anybody who wants one can have one. Anybody who doesn't care, they don't have to get one. It makes it easy. It also makes it easier to ship because I found out that with the coins, you can't ship those media mail. So that ups the shipping cost for people. So people who don't want the coin automatically pretty much are going to get lower shipping because I can ship their single book media mail, which is a huge savings really because
it's like about $5 still depending on the book, right?
Right. Yeah. It's between like $3.50 now and $5 I think to ship plus the cost of the Gemini mailer and that stuff. But I mean otherwise, I mean you're looking at right now just to ship a box or a envelope priority mail with the Gemini mailer in it. I think it's like $11 now.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's getting up there. And I mean, when I first started doing this, it was like $8 and that was expensive just to ship one book. So if you're getting one book and you're shipping priority mail, that's $8 on top of the one comic book you just bought. So It's kind of pricey. So we did that. We're doing the coins. So coins are available on a tier, collector's coins, and then I'm doing so for that first tier there, covers A and B and coin, so that you get both covers with the coin. And then the next tier is I'm doing a holofoil virgin cover of cover A, so with no logos on it. And I'm going to be printing those through Comics Wellspring, I think, is what I'm going through. I think for those.
Oh, so that's a holofoil, right?
Yeah. So the top one, it's going to be a holofoil, and then the other one's going to be the regular cover A.
Yeah, it reminds me back in the 90s when kids used to collect colorful coins from Lay's chips. I don't remember those. I remember Pop, but that never took off on the mainland here in America, but it's mostly a Hawaiian thing, I found out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like I never really got into it because it's like I'm on the mainland, but I have friends from Hawaii and they talked about how that was a thing. Although when I went to Hawaii, I drank a shit ton of like fucking guava juice and shit like that. So let's see here. And so we got the coin preview right here.
Yeah. So actually, I just got the mock-up from the coin manufacturer last night? It was the night before last, I think. They sent me the mock-up for it, and so that's my design. I send that to them, and then they go and they decide what's going to be raised metal, what colors are going to go where, and stuff like that. So it's very similar to that, but it's a little more refined for the coin design. So
yeah, and then looking at this one, the complete series right here. So what's the difference between Apex, the other one, and Lunar Eclipse? What's the difference between the two?
Just the title, it's a title difference. So just kind of pushing it into the next thing. So there's a new character in Lunar Eclipse 1, which is she was like foreshadowed in the previous series, but she's kind of like the moon is kind of like her symbology, like as far as like kind of like her logo, I guess. So it's kind of the one character from the first series. I can't try not to give too much away.
Yeah, just give a general overview.
So yeah, I mean it's just the order of like the organization that one of the characters belongs to. Their logo is a crescent moon. So that just kind of continues on, and just the next thing was just Lunar Eclipse, which just it sounded cool. It's kind of like the next thing. I have a really long title for the book already, so I just figured maybe it'd be fun to make it longer. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of so.
Right.
The biggest problem I have with Apex is when I go to shows, everybody thinks, "Is that Apex Legends? Are you affiliated with Apex Legends?"
I don't remember what Apex Legends. I've heard of that. Is it like I forgot what computer game because I keep thinking of Fortnite for some goddamn reason.
Yeah,
right?
it's a similar game. It's a battle royale video game. I play it with my brothers. I play with my brother and my cousin. And the funny thing about it is Apex Legends came out a week and a half after I released the first issue of Apex. And I was so pissed because I'm like, this is crap, because now this is going to get confused with it all the time. And every time I go to a show, I'll have 13, 14-year-old kids run up to my table and go, "Oh my God, it's Apex Legends." And they're so excited. Like, it's like the coolest thing they've ever seen. And I tell them, "Well, it's not Apex Legends." And they're like, "Oh man." And they're like so bummed out and they walk off.
So like they get deflated, like you ruin their.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I shit in their cigarette for sure.
Well, it's like this. All three covers includes also Lunar Eclipse 2 cover, A and B holofoil, Lunar Eclipse 2 digital. There's a sketch variant here. So it's like you're going to draw a bunch of shit right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually will inbigonate one of the pictures that Kenny did. I'll have to do that while we're doing that. So while he's talking about that. So the sketch variant. So, this is the fan bundle. Like, explain about the sketch variant and the fan bundle, right?
So sketch variant's just like your standard blank sketch cover. I'll do my own Copic marker sketch on it for the backer if they want, and that's comes in the price. And then so pretty standard stuff there. And then the fan bundle is basically just everything that has to do with Lunar Eclipse comes in that bundle. So everything up until this current in this current tier. So you get issue 1, issue 2, you get the variant for issue 2, you get the variant for issue 1, and then you get the hollow foil and the coin for issue 2. So
that's nice. So other than that, like, do you get a sketch cover in the Lunar Eclipse? I'm just looking at that while I'm also putting it up. Oh, cool. So What do you draw? Like if they say just draw Garfield on it, it's like, do you care?
I've had people ask me to draw custom stuff. Usually I'll draw like I'll do a headshot like Apex or a different character in the book. And then I do a sketch card too as well for that bundle.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can open it this way. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm trying to open up the thing, but it's not letting me do that. I just remember in the old days of fucking websites, you just would take the picture and just drag and drop it into the browser, and now you can't do that. It's kind of annoying. Because I was gonna go pop it up, but I'll show them that. I'll show them it in a minute. So Eclipse fan bundle. What else have we got? So for $100. So okay, we got the $50 one for the sketch. So basically, for the $100, they get a good deal because like not only do you get a sketch cover, but you got a ton of shit over here.
Yeah, it's six books total, a sketch card and a coin. So
that's good. That's good. And then let's see
and a custom art too that goes on the sketch card and the book too.
What is it again? Sorry.
And it comes with the custom art that goes on the sketch card in the book. So
yeah. So out of curiosity, as a side note, like what did you like about drawing about Demon Bitches? Was it just stupid?
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. I don't know, when you said that, I was like, I just instantly got an idea. I'm like, I'll just have to do it like a drawing or jumping at the screen. I think the last one I did was kind of, I don't want to say it was basic, but it was more like just like it was like a standing pose kind of thing. I was just trying to kind of figure out how to draw her. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I draw, because I mean, it seems like every time I draw something, it's totally different from what I drew before. So,
well, I think didn't you draw Demon Bitch before?
Yeah, I did it for your last book.
Yeah, like you drew, but it was like, yeah, she was like all weird and it wasn't weird and sketchy. It was like kind of crayony and strange. That was the best thing I can say. It was like this painted thing. It was good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But yeah,
so
like
let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
If I can find it, I'll send it to you. I can't remember. Let's see here. I've been doing kind of a thing I've been into lately. It's like kind of like a digital painterly style kind of thing. Kind of just trying to absorb some of my oil painting experience into digital work. I think it's working out okay. I think it's something I need to work with a little more before it and refine before it becomes really super good. But it's something that I've been working on for a little bit. Let's see, in this folder maybe. Demon Bitch.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm just like also trying to save something because it just struck me that I have to do some fan art for Kenny too. I owe him that. So like I'm doing the thing called Trodoc. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, it's so I can't even pronounce it because it's such a weird thing. So it's a Gallic. It's the his name's Gallic from the Gallic language, Scottish Gallic.
Gaelic.
Gallic.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to correct you. I'm just like.
Oh, you're fine. Here it is. Right here. I'll just drop this into your messenger here. Maybe that'll.
All right. Let's see if I can do that.
Yeah, this is the one I did for you before. I actually kind of liked that.
Oh, I have that one. So let me go and pop that open too.
I kind of forgot about that one. Yeah, that's kind of.
Let me go ahead. Actually, I have it on my computer because I save all the fan art. Sorry, my hard drive is like acting all fucking stupid slow. I don't know why, but yeah. So I just am going to do Trodoc on the second half, like because he's only on here for 45 minutes, an hour. But let me go ahead and I'll pop that open in a minute. I don't want to go and like fucking take it off.
So yeah, Trodoc is I guess we call him Trodoc. I guess if that would be the English way to say it. Let me pull up the Gallic dictionary and I'll show you.
Okay. It's
a really weird pronunciation. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Scots Gallic.
Is it Gaelic or Gallic? Like sometimes like people say disbursement, and then there's another one, disheveled to disheveled. Like I don't know exactly what's the right term.
I've always pronounced it Gallic, but it's possible that I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it means warrior, and English is the warrior translation, or warrior is the English translation. Let me see if this will play.
Yeah, let me go scroll down a little bit more. So this is the lunar stuff. This is the lunar eclipse, the first one. What is that? Is that a fucking polar bear?
So this is called the Lunar Eclipse Bear. It's a giant mech robot that this character pilots, and it's kind of like Iron Man, but it's like a giant bear.
So it's kind of like fucking almost like Metroplex in a way.
Kind of, yeah. It's more like I'd say probably. I guess if you could compare it to anything in like that's known, maybe the Hulkbuster, kind of, but a bear. So it runs on all fours, fights on 2 feet, can fight on 4 feet.
So with Apex, the thing is this a thing of legend? Like it's a mech of legend. You know how Voltron, it's like all this whole like, oh, this is the stuff of legends and shit. You know, like the Legend of Voltron. You know, that type of shit. Like where they have to find him and then they have to activate him and have the keys and all that other shit, right?
No, not like that. More like it's kind of more like he's created his weapon and he becomes like a good guy, right? So he's supposed to be evil, but he's not, like, because reasons, you know. I guess they never really give a good reason for him to be good. He just became good, right?
Well, it's kind of like Jetfire. You know how they find Jetfire in the snow, and initially they made him into a Decepticon. This is the old school G1 guys, but he's a Decepticon because he flies, and he worked with Starscream, but then he realizes, oh, Starscream's an asshole, so he goes to the other side of the Autobots, basically.
You know, I gotta say, you know what's the most disappointing thing about Transformers to me? I was thinking about this the other day. So you know when in Transformers the movie, when Starscream finally becomes the leader of the Decepticons, and it lasts for like 3 minutes, and he gets murdered. I always wondered, like, what would have happened if Starscream would have actually got to be in charge for once, like actually got to be in charge. Like the guy got robbed, man.
Yeah, you just are like getting mad about him, Starscream. Right. So let me go ahead.
Shrodach, here, listen, see if you can hear it. Can you hear that?
No.
Oh, maybe okay. It's like Trotto, something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, Quentin likes the crescent moon right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, you have these guys right here, and then it's like this is what's going on with that. And let's see, interiors. So these are the interiors. These are the samples. So Kenny's work is really good right here. First class act art. And like his storyboarding and everything is really great. I just say storyboarding comic context. I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's storyboards. It's just like, shut up, guys. I'm just trying to say that he gets the action and pacing down good. So you get the bear. What's the bear's name? Does the bear have an actual name?
So the bear's just, it's called the Lunar Eclipse Bear. I never came up with a good name for it. What I called it, and so when I designed the character, I actually designed it in with Japanese in mind, and it's called Geishuko Kuma, which translates to Lunar Eclipse Bear in English. It just sounds weird in English, right? You know, as a lot of things do when you translate them from Japanese. So, Geishuko Kuma is what I called it, though.
And if you guys get them up to 2,000, 4 pages added to the book. 2,500 Lunar Eclipse logo stickers, 3,000 art print, artists to be announced, 3,500 art prints upgraded to holofoil, and then like you just got like on and on and on. It's like, don't forget to check the add-on section before checking on more. And there's like stuff like now Kickstarter, you can like actually buy add-ons on top of that. Like, oh, I just want this issue and I just want the coin or something like that. You know, I'm not saying it is what it is. I'm just saying like in add-ons, like if you just don't want exactly that tier or you want that tier in something else, you know, that's not written in there. It's kind of nice.
It's been really nice to do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that you're probably going to say the same thing as I did. It's like, it's nice because it's like, we don't have to write every single combinatorics for everybody. It's just like, okay, just add this on, whatever. And
yeah, I think it's really good. I think the biggest problem I have with it is there's not a real easy way to, like, when you go into fulfillment, it's like, where are all the add-ons at, right? Like it's kind of not in with the rest of the stuff. So you kind of have to like double check and make sure everything's like,
oh, yeah, like it's not obvious. Yeah, it's not obvious because I had to double check every reward. That's the only thing that kind of sucked about it. Because it was like going, okay, do I fulfill this? Do. But there was no easy way to really pop up and say, oh, they had this one, you know? So let's say if you start packing it up for the book and stuff and you're like, oh, fuck, this coin's in here. So it's like, it doesn't qualify for media mail. Shit, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, there's the writer colors. This is your team. And it's like Brian Balondo and then Justin Birch. He does the letter. Kit Wallace, cover artist. And Oni Press. You know, like these are pretty cool. Source Point Press, Antarctic. Like some of these companies I've known of. And there's Mad Cave, Dynamite, IDW, DC. You know, hey, that's really impressive right there too. And you know, some of these people, like including you, you have like indie roots, so it's not like, but you have an art background like a lot of you guys.
I've been pretty lucky as far as just getting together with like people that just kind of, I don't know, like for me, I feel like I'm kind of being drugged through this sometimes because I'm like, you know, what do we do here, guys? And they're just like, oh, well, this is how we usually do it. And I, you know, like if we have a problem, if I have a problem or something like that, usually these guys are just like super like, hey, this is how, you know, this is like the standard for how, you know, things get done, right? And I, you know, I just been learning as I go, and it's just kind of been really cool to just have some guys with some super duper experience to help me out, you know?
Yeah. And then there's backer kit right here. It's going to be fulfilled. So it's just like, you know, I mean, unless if the world ends and burns into a billion pieces, like you've already had a very successful track run with Kickstarter. So like there's nothing to worry about you fulfilling it unless like everything sets on fire or something, which will not happen. But I'm just saying in general.
Even then, I'll deliver the books. Yeah. Even then.
Yeah, guys, so get them higher. You know, mine as well. I'm gonna see if anybody 1748. So if you guys can go and back him, that's where it is. Just go hit that up, and then I'll go ahead and do the. Let's see. I want to show the fan art that you guys did. That you did. So he did this one for let me do it. I don't think it'll let me do it unless I have to do it this way. Hold on. This kind of sucks. So I have to do this for Clip Studio Paint. So bear with me, guys. So what it is that so he's done two pieces of fan art for one of my books, two of my books, excuse me. And he's done one for the last one, Triggered. And this is his art thing about it. So let me just take a look. So I always ask like a few artists like to do fan art, and then I will give it to them, and then they go like, and then they'll go like, oh, okay. So I'll go ahead and import it. And then he did another one that's like, I just looked at that and started laughing my ass off, the recent one you did, because it was like so stupid. And when I say it's so stupid, I don't mean like Kenny's work is stupid. It's just like you just covered the stupidity of Demon Bitch pretty much.
Yeah, so, I was kind of going for the ridiculousness, I think, is that's why I think the first one I just kind of played it safe. I'm like, oh, I'll just do like a standing, like, you know, like a profile shot of Demon Bitch. And then this time I'm like, I think I'm gonna go a little like have a little more fun with it this time. Yeah, because that was the first one and I was like, it's cool, but I think I played it a little safe with that one.
Yeah, it was a good one though. And then there's another one. I'm thinking of having this one be available as a print because it's just so fucking funny. So it's like, you look at that. Look at her fucking dumb she looks. But
it reminded me of I was thinking of remember that TV show Real Monsters?
Oh yeah, everybody says that she reminds them of that show, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's what it's the mouth.
I think so, and the white body, and she's like weird,
just like the pasty, like wet looking like body, right?
Yeah, like the sluggy type of piece of shit body.
That's what I thought. So I was thinking, like, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna kind of try to lean into that style a little bit, like when I drew this one, and just have like a little more fun with it. So
you didn't make her wearing pants.
And I threw the leg in last minute, so I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, well, this looks kind of cool. She's like popping up like out of the side of the frame or whatever. But then I was like, it might be cooler if I like put her leg up there too, like.
Yeah, she looks fucking stupid. That's what I enjoyed about it. I started laughing my ass off when I saw that. I was like, this is the best. And then I think like one of the things that I wanted to have designed, I might ask my friend Dallas to do that. I mean, I guess I could do it, but it's like one of the pins that I wanted to do for the upcoming Kickstarter was like a pin saying like, I am, and you write that in and says shitbird. And it's like, and it's just like you wear it and like everybody says, you want to be shitbird? Wear this pin, you know, kind of like, hello, I'm so-and-so. And then you want to go to some stupid like fucking function and you're tired of like dealing with people, just pin it there and says, hi, I'm shitbird.
That's funny.
Yeah. I think I might do it in gold enamel, like just making something so gross with like a nice. It's basically like if I meet somebody that's like really a good-looking person, but they're a dickhead, and you could just see the ugliness go through. It's like, wow, you're like a 24-plated dog turd, motherfucker.
You should make it like a giant chain with like one of those giant gold pendants. You know, like old wrappers.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I'm just thinking like, but to manufacture that, I'd have to kind of look into that. I mean, I do know pins pretty easily and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I might make an acrylic version, but I have to look into it and stuff. But I got to talk to Dallas because I don't know why. I just think that he might be good, like designing that pin. So I'll have to talk to him about it and stuff. But it's kind of like just this ratty fucking piece of shit with a booger on it. It's like the green booger lettering and stuff on it. It's like I am shipper. But yeah, like I just started laughing uncontrollably when I saw this fucking thing.
I thought
And
it was pretty fun. It was fun to draw that one.
yeah. And the fact is, like, she doesn't look like she's wearing any pants, so it's kind of gross. Like what's down there, it's implied.
Well, she does have pants, but I don't know if she's wearing them there. I didn't think about it. It never even crossed my mind. I'm like, I'm just gonna put her leg in there. Like her leg's gonna be up off the side of the panel, like kind of wild and like crazy. Seems kind of like something like Demon Bitch would kind of do, right?
Yeah, but I mean, she's gross, so it's like anything that's implied, you know, probably smells like fucking queso con whatever down there.
Oh God. Yeah.
I know. It's like everybody's like, oh, let's like this. Like I would play this gross out game with some of my guy friends. It's like they said, oh yeah, this and this, and they were trying to be gross. I said, oh yeah, what about this and this? Like, oh God. So I had to do this thing by outgrossing the men. It's great. I mean, but I do take a shower and stuff, so I'm not smelly. It's just like other stuff. It's like I can do hygiene and shit. But yeah, this is Kenny's drawing. It's most excellent. I like it, you know. And I'm probably gonna make it available for a print. I'm not trying to pre-market the Kickstarter, but I'm just showing what other shit he can do. But I would say back his fucking Kickstarter because it's like, I mean, it's a very entertaining read, Apex. And
it's quick and fun. I mean, my whole intention in the first place was I was going to do a comic strip because it was going to be easy and quick and fun. And then my friend Garrett convinced me, he's like, make a whole book. And I'm like, I guess. And then here I am, you know, and then I turned it into a 9-part series. Like I wrote this whole thing. And it's like all fleshed out, and it's really long. So like by the time I finish it, it's going to be, let's see, it's 2023 right now. Probably looking at like the beginning of 2025 will probably be when I release the last issue of this, and that'll be 8 years of work just for this one thing. So
yeah.
And I'm working on my next thing, which is my frog guy that you're going to draw, which is my next comic book series that I'm working on. So that one's going to be a little smaller in scope because we're gonna I'm getting into game development, so I'm gonna design a video game to go with it. So
do you have any preference of how I draw them?
I don't care, whatever you want to do. Just make them do something cool with the sword, chopping shit up, or you know, fighting, swinging it around. I don't know. I'll show you some. I'll send you some more examples of stuff. I kind of draw them in 2 different ways. So I have like and I do this with Apex too. I have like a chibi drawing style, which is how I think the character sheet I sent you, he's kind of like small and little. And then I draw him like really long. Like, I don't know why I just had this like random like idea that he looked like Snoop Dogg, like in my head. And he was like tall and lanky. And like, you know, he's got the big flowing like fur hood, you know, that goes out everywhere. So that was kind of, let me see if I can find a picture. It's only on the ones I drew as well, here, I'll send you this one here. This one isn't like really Snoop Dogg inspired, but
yeah. Let me take a look.
it's more like I draw him taller. So this is gonna be I'll send this to your Facebook Messenger. So it's kind of cool. So he's a 2-part character. He's without giving too much away because I'm still working on like 99% of the details are worked out, but he's got his little panda companion that goes with him everywhere. So and I guess it's kind of a key component to the story. So I won't tell you who or what, but
did you want me to draw chibi style or anything?
However you want, you can draw them like that, or you can draw them like the way I sent the thing to you, whichever you prefer. It doesn't really matter.
So he's a toad guy, right? Is he a toad or?
Yeah, he's like a frog. Yeah, so
a little frog. Okay, I don't know. The word frog is fucking funny to me. I'll show you guys what Trodoc looks like. Okay, great.
So here's another one. Here, I'll send you. So here's another. Like sometimes I'll draw them like this. I'll draw like a little draw like a little chibi dude.
Oh God, Hank Hill, wear your pants. Cotton Hill, Hank's old dad. It's hot. I took them off. And Prismatics is here. Hello, Christy. Hi, Prismatics. How's it going? Let me take a look. Oh, okay.
Damn it, Bobby. I love. You know, I didn't appreciate that show when I was younger. Like it was you know, it's kind of like so I was like maybe like 10, I think, when Beavis and Butthead was like kind of a big thing, and then Beavis and Butthead got canceled. and like King of the Hill came out, and I'm like, fuck King of the Hill. Like Beavis and Butthead was like way better, right? I was like in the Beavis and Butthead like camp, right? And I think the same thing happened with like Foo Fighters, right? Like I never really got into Foo Fighters because I was like super into Nirvana, like when I was 13 or whatever. And when Foo Fighters came out, I'm like, fuck Foo Fighters, man. I like Nirvana. Like it's kind of weird. Like I guess you're kind of like an old man when you're like a young teenager. You just don't want to change anything.
Yeah, you're just being an old fart, basically, an old immovable fart that you.
Right when you're like 13, you're like, fuck all that new shit. I like the old stuff better.
And then you're just like, oh wait, the old stuff was better. Fuck this shit. Fuck the new shit.
Right. I mean I wouldn't say Foo Fighters is pretty good, I guess. I still think Nirvana is better, but who knows what would have happened with Nirvana had they, not had happened what happened.
Yeah. That was kind of weirdly surreal.
Yeah, I think it was a really weird thing for me. I think I was 14 when that happened, and I was just like, I
was in high school. I was like in high school / like senior. I was in my junior senior year, like college, I think.
Yeah, I think I was in the 8th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember it being like really a really weird time, like watching all that shit go down on like TV and stuff. You're like, whoa, I didn't even really know anything about him. I was just like, whoa, why the hell did that guy do that? Like, it's kind of a weird thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, just growing up in the 90s and shit. I kind of miss the 90s too. And people are like, oh, that's the. I'm like, fuck you. The 90s were great.
I don't know that I'd say I miss the 90s particularly, or the 80s, or even I feel like the early 2000s was such a blur. But I mean, I was 21 and of legal age of drinking and doing all that, going through the 20s kind of thing. But I think what I miss the most is a world without the internet.
Oh yeah. You live in Shasta, so you're like your bear man.
I mean, so for all the cool things the internet has done, like it's equally done like just as much bad stuff, right? So
I almost want to draw Trodoc like Kermit in a way, because every time I see a frog, I think of Kermit with his eyeballs.
Kermit.
You're like, oh god, no, you fucking asshole. Yeah, it's just like, it's not easy and great. I'm just drawing like this really. Let me show you what I'm doing right now. And I'm not trying to mutilate your fucking character for no reason, but I'm just doing this one because it's like, I might as well draw a Trodoc while you're here and everything. I'm just like playing around what I'm going to do. So if it sucks, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. That's not his dick. Okay. I'm just trying. So no, it's just like his kilt. I don't know what they call it. The purse in the front. I think it is actually a purse, like a man.
It's a tartar, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. This is Trodoc right here. So this is Trodoc. And I'm just trying to like see. Yes, I know I'm drawing off the thing. I'm going to reduce it. I'll just start drawing and then I'll kind of. Like,
tartan. I think tartan is what it.
Well, the tartan is the thing that wraps around, I think.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of the kilts.
Yeah, I think the the tartan is like the weave, the cloth, like that represents your clan.
Is it?
Yeah.
You look it up. Kilts pouch. What? Maybe it's a pouch. I don't know if it's a pouch.
Well, it's kind of like where you hold your shit, basically. So what's this thing on his like right arm right here? I mean,
so it's like it's just like an armor thing. So it's just kind of like I guess you would use it like to deflect, like kind of like a shield, right? But like kind of deflect like a sword blow or something like that. Something kind of like that.
I think it's a gauntlet, maybe. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Like it's a gauntlet, but then it has like a thing on the like spikes on that one side that come up and. Like
this, and then this is a gauntlet right here. Yeah, Christie can draw weird things. You're into anthropomorphic creatures too.
Yeah, it's kind of been a running theme, I think.
You furry, just kidding. You're like, please don't say that. Now I'm gonna get weird requests for
furries. Right.
Actually, I have friends that are furries, so it's not like, oh. Is he supposed to be like Cloud Strife, where he has his big ass fucking like sword?
I think any character that has a big ass sword is Cloud Strife now.
I don't
know that that's where that started, but it definitely is where it became the most popular, I think, right?
I almost want to see like this part here be a frog's eye, you know?
That's what that little gem is in the middle.
But is there really a thing called a frog's eye, a gem? But
It's
just
like, well, I don't know if that's what it's called, but
yeah. Yeah. So it's like Clinton White, I'm doing fine, just watching. Yeah, Prismatics is pretty cool. He's like on there and he says just chilling and watching Christie. So he's a pretty cool guy. I know him through Twitter of all things. Usually I don't go on Twitter because like I think it's a fucking wasteland.
oh,
But
man.
yeah, but it's like now like I get better traffic on Twitter and views.
Twitter's a bad place.
The thing is like it's easily distracting because you can get into so many stupid fights on it. That's why I ignore Twitter, because it's a lot of people saying stupid shit anyway.
Yeah, it's a place, that's for sure.
It is a place of scum and villainy. I have a scum and villainy.
It is a place. It's like botulism and salmonella mixed together.
Well, they can be useful, like on your face.
Oh man, yeah, this places are something else, man. It's just it was one thing when like the internet was like semi-anonymous and people would just say like crazy like off the wall shit, and you're like, okay, like this person's just saying like this crazy off the wall shit, right? But you don't know who they are. It doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now like people say crazy shit and they're like, hey, this is my name and this is like my address. Like this is who I am. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You're crazy. You fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. It's like, I'm here and I'm trying to look for attention. And it's like, all right, that's great. People do the stupidest things online too. They're like, hey, look at me. I'm showing myself naked. It's like, that's nice. I don't know why. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you. Do you need something, you special little child?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to avoid Twitter as much as possible. It's not my favorite place.
I just don't get into fights on Twitter. I don't fucking talk.
I don't post anything. I don't engage with people on there. I think I used to like Instagram a lot more, but like Instagram feels like it's just a dead platform full of bots now.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of people aren't like showing anything right now for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I'm doing fine, just watching Christie and chilling and all that. So that's cool. Prismatics is a really cool guy. He's like based as fuck sometimes. My address, my address, my address, my address, my address, my address, my ass, my ass, my ass. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of laughing. I'm just trying to get that little crook in his sword. That's kind of throwing my ass off. Okay. How does he have it on his back? Does he just like stick it on his back?
It's like magic. I don't know. Like you know how it is in like the in the world of attaching giant swords to your back, it just kind of goes there. Nobody knows how it stays or whatever. I don't know. Do we think about these things? I mean, maybe we do.
Well,
I always thought maybe like a magnet. I don't know. He's got like a giant magnet attached to his back. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something I should think about.
Maybe it's like boogers, like that shit that they use to like glue their eggs together. I'll kind of draw him like Kermit. Sorry. Every fuck I look, it's like, oh yeah, it's fucking Kermit. And you're like, fuck you. Now I'm gonna get fucked with a John Henson Company. How do you like this?
That's cool. I like it. Yeah, I like it, dude. Yeah, just draw it however you draw it. However you draw it. Yeah.
I always get into fights on Twitter because I get so annoyed with the weirdos on. I should learn to ignore it, but I can't help it. I like your base comments, dude. It's like, that's why I never joined Twitter. I'm like, the thing is, if you're an attention whore, Twitter works for you. If you want to show your artwork, Twitter works for you. If you want to promote an event, Twitter works for you. If you want to go and have intelligent discussions, Twitter does not work for you.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to market on network and market on Twitter, but
I just hashtag it and tag people. That's what I do, like I do on Instagram. And I think just because I engage with some of the people in my crowd, like some of my friends that are creators, sometimes I'll say something. But I mean, I'm not like, I don't make it a point to fucking like tell everybody and shit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. So I'm going to go draw this now. And while you're on, and then you'll be happy. But yeah. I'm kind of also signing my name like Shinn, but boxing it up like some of the comic people do, because it's like, it's like it kind of looks kind of weird standing by itself, but it somehow makes better if I like just bubble it around or something. It's kind of weird too, because it's like I don't have typically kind of like feminine work, quote unquote. Like a lot of girls draw a certain way. And I'm not trying to say they draw like shit or something, but it's like my work is just so different, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, no. Oh man. Yeah. So when's your thing? When's your thing coming out? When's your next
Kickstarter?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it in the next few months. I mean, it's been a juggle because first of all, I got to get the book together, which I've mostly done, like because Demon Bitch is easy. It's just an aggregation of like different things, and then I'm getting the fan art, so hopefully I should get the rest of that soon. And then what I'm going to do is like I need to price out the book. I think it'll probably go for $20-$25, but I'll have to see how much it costs.
You do like trades, right? Like you like the thicker like
graphic novels, yeah.
They're like glued bound, like what is it, glue on the edge?
Yeah, glue bound. Yeah, it's like better quality stuff right here.
Who do you do those through?
KDP.
Direct
Publishing.
KDP, you said?
Yeah, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Yeah, now they have a hard
copy. Oh, you do them through like is that through Amazon?
Yeah, through Amazon.
Oh, okay, and you print through those, like you just like print on demand or?
Print on demand, yeah.
Okay, huh? I'll have to look into that. Yeah, yeah. You'll have to tell me how their pricing is and stuff when sometime.
What I will say is like what's good is like if you figure out the pricing and the size of the book, as long as it's standard, they can tell you like how much it'll be, and it's actually really good. Because you kind of know the pricing at the beginning and all that, so like you'll have a good idea of how much the book costs actually, and then you can price it accordingly, and then you can put in the thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was looking at Comics Wellspring, but I'm also looking at because what I'm going to do. So after I finish this Kickstarter campaign and get this fulfilled, I'm going to do a trade paperback version of the first 3 Apex books in a trade paperback, and then also going to do a hardcover version too.
Right.
And then
I think you can do a hardcover version for Apex. It depends on the size, though. They have certain sizes, so make sure. Sorry to interrupt. I'm saying like if you do a paperback size, make sure you can coincide with a hardcover. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because the hardcover is going to be slightly bigger. That's what I learned. So just be very.
The interior pages would be the same, right? But the outside would be bigger.
Yeah. It's kind of like you have to look at their format, or else they're going to be kind of like, oh, drop that knowledge, DB. My friend Lawrence showed up. Thanks for showing up, dude. So, but yeah, it's one of those things like you have to go and kind of get that done. So just be aware of that. Like just check the sizes to see if they'll match up. And I know it's going to be probably an inch bigger or something, because that's one of the things I had to learn about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you know what's crazy?
What?
I never drew his zipper thing on his jacket on that original concept sheet. That's interesting. That's something I've been drawing on him forever.
Well, I mean, like I just put this fur thing, so it could be covered by fur.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I never noticed that.
Purse.
That's cool. I'll have to update that.
Yeah, he's man purse. Actually, it's a buckle, and then it's like this tassel. But it's like I've seen that. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I wish I knew what this is called. I heard it. It has a name. I've seen it before, but I'm trying to remember what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called either. But it hangs down in the front of the kilts.
Like covers your dick.
I think that's more like what I drew is a little more generic. Like usually, like it's a little more intricate, like of a pouch, like maybe like a pouch with like a chain or something like that. I don't know, but I thought that looks kind of cool, so I drew it like that.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of funny how he just has this face look on his face. Do you want this in color, by the way?
Yeah, if you want to.
Trodoc. I'm going to have him have 4 fingers. Fuck it, he's a frog. Like, frogs have only 4 fingers, right?
I don't know. I gave him 3. I thought it would be kind of cool. Like, I was looking at, I don't know why I keep doing this. So when I designed Apex, I had the idea that, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to design this character. He's not going to have hands, so I want to have to draw hands. And turns out that was worse than having to draw hands, because drawing hands actually isn't that bad. Drawing wings that are hands, on the other hand, though, is awful.
Oh, it's a bitch.
Huh? Oh, yeah. So, and then for him, I was like, well, I'm going to give him 2 fingers and a thumb. Like, so kind of like Nightcrawler, I guess, right?
Yeah,
so,
he's like a try thing.
Right. And that's not as bad, but I still think drawing 4 fingers is easier than drawing a hand with 2, because you kind of have to, the proportions are a little weird, right? When you draw those 2 big giant like nubby fingers, you know?
Nubby fingers.
It's kind of weird to draw. So
Yeah. I'm just going and doing this. I'm gonna probably do slightly brighter colors just because you got kind of like more duller earth tones on this, but it's like the initial tone of everything.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. How do you like them so far?
Cool, I like it.
The kilt purse pouch is called a sporon, apparently. Thank you, Prismatics.
Okay.
Yeah. Oops, shit. I'm gonna just draw his legs like this because the other way it looks stupid. I like how I just draw the fucking feet like I don't care.
It's the only way to do it.
You know, it's funny because like artists go like, "Oh, I can't draw feet. I can't draw feet," and then they psych themselves out like not being able to draw feet. It's like they're not that hard if you kind of get it how they move.
It's one of those things, right? It's like drawing a boob, right? Like you think it's a circle, but it's not, right? And then when you draw it, it's actually not that shape. It's like the same thing with feet, right? Like you think it's like shaped like a foot, but then when you draw it, it's not actually shaped like a foot. It's shaped like a half circle, or like, or like what you just drew there. Like that doesn't look like, I mean, if I didn't know that you were drawing a foot, I would say, what the fuck is that? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is like, okay, so drawing boobs, it's kind of like, you got to draw kind of a bag shape. I mean, I would kind of, yeah.
It's like a teardrop, right? In most angles, it's like kind of like a teardrop kind of thing.
So, yeah, I just think people kind of get spooked out too much about drawing fucking certain parts. It's like, it's so hard. It's like, it's not that fucking hard, you know?
It just takes practice.
Yeah, it's just,
something I've really been working on lately. It's just drawing like anatomy, hands, drawing more hands. I draw faces a lot, so that's usually pretty easy for me, but like facial structure and shit like that. But hands was tough for a while until I decided to finally just quit being a baby and just, do the work. Because I mean, that's what it all boils down to. Are you going to do the work or what?
Hey, Crimson Owl. Oh, he's doing Apex. You should check it out, Crimson Owl. Kenny right here. He's my guest on here. You got to check out his Kickstarter. It's going to be going in 6 days, but he's got a lot of really cool tiers. You might want to check out his comic, Apex. Cybernetic Owl. So what made you come up with Apex?
Oh man. So before I started making comics, I wanted to make comics. I just didn't really know how. So I was trying to figure out, I was trying to like get together with some, local people, try to figure out if we could make comic book and stuff. There's one guy that I know, he was doing comic book art, but he did a lot of pinup art and stuff. And I was like, well, hey, let's get together and like, write a script, make a comic, like we can just, do this or whatever. And we got together a couple times, and then we had threw a few ideas around, and then a couple weeks went by, and then he decided, he's like, well, I want to work on my thing, so can we work on my thing instead? I'm like, I guess we could do that. And then he had his own ideas, and then everything he was like, every time I like had an idea, he's like, no, I don't like that. That idea sucks. I'm like, all right, man. I'm not going to do your thing. I went to like
school in a way, dude. Like, when we're supposed to be in those stupid ass groups, and like, no, I want to do my idea. Like, all right, whatever.
Right, yeah.
Sorry. Not doing
like it was kind of like that. So then I ran into him somewhere at the store or something, and he started introducing me to his friends as like his coloring guy or some shit. I'm like, what? It's kind of weird. So I was just like, nah, I'm not into this. So I just kind of broke off and did my own thing. And then I just was like, well, what am I going to do? So I just started sketching my sketchbook, and that's how Apex Cybernetic Samurai Owl was born. I kind of been drawing him for a long time, just not as fleshed out as I did at that point. I used to draw this character I used to call RoboHawk, and he's like this cigar smoking robot, like hawk. Kind of looked really similar to Apex, I guess, in a way, but he was like yellow and had a robot eye and smoked cigars. It was really kind of stupid, but yeah, it just kind of took on its own life, I guess, after that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I know what you mean. So is 8x10 good for you as a size?
Yeah, that'll work. If I got to resize it for whatever, I'll just resize it.
Yeah,
I
awesome.
think that's what you did on your other one too. The other one you made was 8x10, I think.
Yeah, but those were my requirements. I wasn't like going like, oh fuck. I didn't know
I
what it was.
usually do 11x17, but if something like this where there's like not like a background or anything like that, I can always just pull the image off and just drop it into 11x17 and put it in there like that. So
yeah. So let's see here. Like Futurama's Bender. Sup, Crimson. Yeah, Crimson is pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. I think he came from Rose's channel. I'm trying to remember. I could be wrong. But yeah, so let me see. I'm gonna double check on his like design though, because I don't want to get too far away from the design. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Because like I want to actually have some respect for the design. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hi, Quentin. Yeah, Crimson L, like this crowd has been pretty good right now, so I'm very happy about that.
Where do you so you stream this on YouTube? Do you put it on YouTube or is it just on Facebook?
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and wherever else. I think it's on the Madness Network, and it's also on Facebook, and there's a Twitter space for it on Pops' thing. The frog is looking great, Christy. Let me see. Let me show you what it looks like. I like how he has his base fucking look on him.
That's funny. I wonder if I'm subscribed to you on a.
Maybe. Like it's kind of weird because it's like because I do so much other shit that I sort of keep tabs on my subscribers and yet I don't, and I'm kind of bad on that. So, yeah, frog is looking great. I'm glad that you guys like it.
Oh, I guess I'm not subscribed to you on YouTube.
No.
So you got a new subscriber. I'm subscribed to you now.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's look at that. Oh, nice. Okay, let me look on here and see. Let me see if I can subscribe to you on my phone because I have a Twitch thing on my phone, so that's kind of cool. So I'll let me subscribe to you back. So I'll subscribe back. So guys, like subscribe onto his channel and mine and stuff like that.
I'm gonna start doing YouTube content probably soon. I think I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I don't think I want to do drawing tutorials because there's just too many. There's too much of that shit, and there's too many people that do that way better than I do. So I feel like that'd be kind of a waste of time for me. I don't know, something. I want to do something, but I'm just not sure what exactly that's going to be.
Yeah, right. Let me see.
I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Like just coming up with something that you like to talk about, like because I think one thing is at least the people that I like to watch on YouTube and Twitch or whatever, and I don't watch a lot of Twitch, but they actually give a shit about what they're making. People who don't give a shit about what they're making usually aren't very interesting to listen to, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you. Because like with me, I like to just talk and bullshit, and people are like, "Oh," and I said, "Really? That's what artists do." Is like sometimes if we call up a friend, we're like on the phone and we're just like drawing and shit.
Right. This is on Twitch too, you said?
This is on Twitch. Yeah, I broadcast. I simulcast throughout Twitch, like the Madness Network, Twitch, my Twitch, Comic Madness Network, YouTube, my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think it's like, let me see.
Oh, there you are. Okay. So when you do that, I've always wondered. So when you do that, how does all your chat get collected? Does it all get collected in one spot?
Oh, it's a StreamYard. So in StreamYard, I can respond to the chat. It aggregates all the chat together from all the different platforms, so I can respond to people. And then it's like this. Cool. Yeah, so it's like this. Like if people comment, like they're commenting from YouTube, it'll say, "Frog looks sweet." The only thing that's kind of a bitch with StreamYard is that if you don't log in a certain way with Facebook, it kind of like gets kind of stupid. It kind of gets stupid. You get what I mean? It's like it'll say Facebook user, and I'm like, who the fuck's that? I said, sorry, I don't know who Facebook user is. It's being dumb. But if you go locally onto your Facebook, you'll know who it is. But just because they didn't log in a certain way through Facebook, it's or they didn't allow StreamYard to access Facebook. That's the only
Well, I
thing.
remember somebody I know said Facebook has like different rules too for like streaming. You have to buy like a stream key or some shit, like something, right?
I
know
don't
if
think
that
I see that.
makes
It's more of StreamYard. StreamYard's kind of asking for certain things.
Okay.
Yeah. Oop. Yeah. So it's like I'm also like doing this crap right here. So it's like we cybernetic owl. You know.
My computer thinks it's in Latin America. It's kind of funny. I got my VPN on, and it's like it's my VPN set for Santa Monica, but for some reason I'm getting Latin American websites when I look stuff up.
That's funny. So let me see. I'll put Shinn here. I don't know why I want to put Shinn here. Oh, I put Shinn here. Yeah. I guess it's the old style, like comic guys, you know, that fucking box their shit. Although it's kind of weird because some people like they go, "Don't put your box shit in there." Like, okay, like don't sign it. I mean, they credit me. It's just kind of funny because they think it's going to ruin the cover. It's like if you look at the old school guys or the current guys now, they still sign it.
I've never heard anybody complain about that. I know one of my friends. He likes to sign his art really big, like. I mean, sometimes it'll be almost as big as the art itself. I'm like, bro, like, knock that shit off, man. Like, you're killing me here.
Yeah, I know that. It's like sometimes I put it as a separate thing. But I mean, it's like, as I said, I've always had people that were really good at crediting me. So I don't like trip out about it too much. Like sometimes they just want the clean cover and it's like, all right, you know, as long as they credit me, it's fine. You know, it's
Right.
like, you don't fucking steal my artwork. I mean, they don't anyway, because usually they're paying for it. But yeah.
I need to reinstall Clip Studio. I haven't used it in a long time.
It's good. I like it.
I think I like the. I think like the way the brushes work in that one. I don't know. It really seems like really good compared to Photoshop. Photoshop's decent, but I think Clip Studio's brushes are a lot better. I just think it because you can't do files in a CMYK, right?
Back and forth. You can do it either way. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I remember it just being like kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know. I don't want to say that you can't do it. I just don't think it's as easy as.
I think it's like a lot of certain process of printing. They still stick to that, but honestly, you can do both. I think with KDP, you can either do CMYK or RGB, but I think I've done mostly RGB. And they haven't given me shit, but you can do CMYK. They don't get pissed about you about that.
Weird, huh? Crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah, because I know for all the printing I've done, it's all been CMYK. But
yeah, so I'm gonna go do his tartan. Gotta zoom in on his tartan.
I don't know. My buddy, he does like shirt printing and stuff like that. And all they do is RBG. They don't do CMYK. I don't know why. That's what he said anyway. So. I don't know shit about it though, so I should probably learn a little bit about printing, but.
Well, you actually, at least at most places, will say, okay, you got to do like a 1/4 of an inch border around. It's like the minimum thing to the trim. The trim is like where they trim off, but you want that little bit of bleed from 1/8 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch. But a lot of places say do 1/4 of an inch, so just do a 1/4 of an inch out. So if you have an 8x10, it would probably be 8.5, and if you're doing
yeah, for the size, for the bleed and all that. Yeah.
You've done it enough. I mean, obviously, I don't need to.
Yeah, that's the lesson I've had to learn many times because I don't know. It seems like finally this is the 5th time I've printed a book. This is the first time I've actually took the files down to the printer and go, hey, here's the files, and I handed it to him. He printed me a proof, and it was fucking excellent.
Wow.
So it's a lot of trial and error with it, but what was I going to say about that? Oh, having a local printer has been just so good. Like, because I can go down there and talk to him. He'll print me off something and be like, "Hey, come back later this afternoon. I'll have it, and we can look at it and make changes or whatever like that." So, and he's actually been, kind of become a good friend of mine. So, it's kind of cool too.
Yeah, like you guys work together. It's always good to have a working relationship. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we started the company, but it's like we're friends, but it's like we're friends in a good way. Like, we can actually talk about money and shit. Because sometimes when people say, oh, never get into business with friends, I said, you got to have good boundaries in place with that shit. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to write this off because you're a friend. It's like, no, because that's going to cause problems later on. Like what if you're your friend, like there's this like little bleed thing and it's a big problem. And then, you're like, oh, never mind. And then that shit will build up. Like, you'll get pissed off. Oh, you keep fucking up. Just be honest with each other on that.
You start getting these problems too, where it's like, I have a friend who, every time he's going to give me the friend discount and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want a friend discount. I want to pay you full price because I don't want to give you a discount. I just want you to buy my shit when you want to buy it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a discount from you. I want to support your business. Right. And I don't want to owe anybody any favors. I don't want to feel obligated to owe people favors. So yeah. I told a friend of mine before, I started getting into this business. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want you to do me any favors because I don't want to owe, I don't want to owe people shit. That's just kind of, that's kind of the way I operate. I just keep, I don't know how to say it. I just don't want to I don't want to owe people shit, so I don't want to be like that,
Yeah. Like for me, like if you do actually do art for the book that I put in the book, I give you a free book. I'm like, fuck it.
Right,
I mean, your artwork's worth something. And it's like, if I'm kind of like not being able to like afford it, it's like, well, I mean, this is what I can give you. And if you're okay with it, and you get a publishing credit, it's not like, oh, you don't get anything, fucker. That's kind of fucked up,
Right,
at least
right.
a publishing credit so that they'd say, oh, I actually do shit, because at least that's valuable. Because I mean, that's kind of shitty if you like go and you get somebody to do something and then it's like, oh yeah, you don't you get a publishing credit, fuck off,
Right. I mean, it's always an agreed upon thing. I mean, that's why you're drawing this, because I drew your thing. So it's kind of, it's like a trade thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much the size. It's not like you asked me like, oh, I mean, even though I'm drawing this at a bigger size, but that's because it's easier for me to work with. But it's like when I give you the size, it'll be like the size that it's supposed to be.
Right.
A lot of artists do that anyway. They'll draw like the size that it's supposed to be or whatever. So yeah, no, I'm really happy about this, how it's turning out and everything. So yeah, like it looks like we're going to be at some cons together. We're going to be at Gem State. You're going to be at Gem State.
I don't know if I'm going to that one yet or not. I haven't. So I emailed Marina the other day. So she just sent me. I got to get back to her today. She emailed me the list of shows that has openings. So I'll take a look and see what she's got. Gem State's like a kind of a far drive. So, but it's 2 days this time, so it might be worth it. I don't know. I'll take a look and see. Last time I made money there. And when it was a 1 day show, it was pretty good. I think a 2 day show would probably be better.
Yeah.
I have to figure out like having a hotel stay and all that stuff. Like, the cost adds up, and then having to drive, 9 hours one way and 9 hours the other way, in one weekend is, it's tough.
Yeah. I'm just kind of laughing because he said, oh, I just drove here. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no, like, from where I'm at, there's just like no, like, so I could fly to Seattle. But
it's like this whole like really crazy shit that you have to do.
Right. But then I have to drive from Seattle to Boise or where it was Boise, right? Yeah, Boise.
Boise, Idaho.
Or take a plane from Seattle to Boise. And like when I was looking at the times for the flights, like with the layovers and stuff like that, it was going to take me 11 hours to get there if I flew with layovers. So I'm like, well, it's 9 hours to drive. So I'm going to sit in the car or I'm going to sit at the airport. What am I going to do?
At least the other one's more productive personally.
Well, right. And I think the driving's cheaper too. Like the cost to fly probably would have been, a couple $100 more than driving. So I just like, I got kind of burned out on driving last year.
Yeah.
Because I drove that one. I did, where was the other one? In Ontario, was that?
Oh, Ontario.
Right? Yeah, that was a 9.5 hour drive. Oh, I didn't tell you what happened on the way home from that one, didn't I?
No, what happened, dude?
So as soon as I hit Interstate 5, there was a big rig that caught on fire, like a mile and a half ahead of me. And I was stuck in traffic just at a dead stop for 3 hours on the highway while they got the road cleared. So my 9.5 hour drive from Ontario back up here was 12 hours after I worked. Because remember, I was like, I got to get home. Remember, you're like, do you want to come out and, hang out with everybody and stuff? And I'm like, no, I better get going because, it's going to be a long drive home or whatever. And I'm leaving today. Yeah. And I don't know if you remember that. And then I left and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm gonna get home like, by like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up getting home to like 4 in the morning because the stupid truck fire. So
What's
yeah.
crazy too? I had something sort of similar happen to me today. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, finish up. I'm sorry. I just got
I think that was it. Yeah, it took forever. It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. What happened was as I was driving down, so I went grocery shopping. I know we were talking about it earlier. I drove down to K-Town. It's not that far of a drive for me, right? Well, it was crazy because like I drove by and I saw these cop cars. I'm like, what's happened? And like one of the cop cars, like it looked like it got skinned in the front. Like, like how sometimes the front gets knocked out of cars, but literally somebody took like all the fucking surface parts and just skinned it off or ripped it off. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? A cop car, because usually cop cars, they have like a thing, they're the SUV things around LA, so they have like a guard in front, but it looked like somebody fucking shredded like the front of it. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't stay around though because I just wanted to get the fuck home, because I was like, Pops was asking me to like about that and this and like where's Philip, and Philip had to deal with like his power issues and shit, and I had to get ready to get other shit done, so it's like kind of like, yeah, sorry guys. But I kind of wonder what happened there, but that was pretty crazy.
Crazy.
Do it right here. Yeah, but I just never saw it. Like I was talking with, Mel and Mog. I think I told you about Mel and Mog.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, Mog Park. Like I'm friends with him. And
Mog. Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because I was on the phone with her husband because I had to talk about some business with him about, like Asian invasion, because they're going to be in on it and everything. And yeah, it was kind of weird. And I told him like, oh fuck, like I just said that on like while I was driving on my Bluetooth, and they said, what happened? And I said, there was a fucking cop car in the front of it. Looks like it got fucking skinned, dude.
Huh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know what the fuck, like if somebody like crashed in the car, but like pretty much the whole front was kind of ripped off, but you could see the engine block and some of the the grill. It was still on.
They just stopped at a stoplight in Southern California, and somebody just walked up and just dismembered the whole car right there at the stoplight.
No. It looked like somebody just like ripped part of that off. Like it must have collided with it or something. Because those grills on there are pretty tough, right?
Oh yeah, those things are bulletproof, man. Those things are tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, they would be reinforced at least. Although they said that, a car is like a tomb. So like the moment they take any gunfire, like get the fuck out of there, because a car was not going to provide you much. They're going to do cover. So I learned the difference between, I guess, cover and there's another term for it. But cover just basically obscures you, so like they can't tell like where you're at or something. That it's like where you can hide.
Okay.
It's not something that you can actually like be protected by, because apparently bullets can, like, save for, I mean, another, like I watch Donut Operator sometimes, and sometimes on that show they'll do this thing where hold on, let me let Pops know something. Still token or so, yeah, but it's like, so yeah, it's like with that type of shit. Now it's doing this. Oh, it's doing the connection weird thing. Okay, that's weird. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at it. It's like, why is everything like getting jacked on Facebook? Anyway, so what was happening was that they just said like, you can't be in the car when you're a cop, because it's like when they start shooting at you, it's like it's just cover, so it just obscures where you're at. It's not. I forget what they call the other term where it actually protects you, but it's like a car's just only cover. It's not like an actual form of protection. So
okay.
Yeah. So they just said that's why they call the car a tomb, apparently in training, because it's like that can kill you because bullets can go through a car. Like say for an engine block, that's the only thing that could probably even protect you is the engine block.
That's crazy. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I just kind of wonder because like it just looked like the first bit got ripped off. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know. But I am flatting this fucker right here. I'll get rid of like the little white spots in there. So I'm kind of like painting it all white, but then,
Yeah, I need to reinstall Clip Studio. I'm just like looking at it, like,
got rid of it.
Studio's cool. I guess they're making it a subscription going forward. Because I know it's a subscription on iPad, but on Windows you could buy it outright. I think I bought mine for like, I don't know, $40 or something like that.
Yeah, they had like a sale, and then I guess I heard that they were doing that, but I don't know if they're actually going forward with it or what.
I don't know. I mean, here's the problem, and like a lot of people get mad at Adobe, but like if Adobe wasn't doing a subscription for their shit right now, they'd probably be out of business. Because I don't know a single person that didn't steal Photoshop when probably in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
Like everybody had pirated Photoshop. Like everybody, like 90% of the people that probably learned on a stolen copy.
Yeah.
It's like eventually they were going to have to start charging for their product or they were going to get, go under.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't necessarily blame them for doing the subscription thing as shitty as it sounds. I mean,
the only thing is, like, if you stop this subscription, it's like, oh, well, you can't work on it anymore. I'm like, that's kind of stupid. I already paid for this other version. That's the only thing I have a problem with it,
Right. Yeah. That's, yeah. I have a few alternatives. What's the other one I have? Affinity Photo.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. That one's pretty cheap too. You can get it for like $40, I think.
Oh yeah.
When it's on sale, yeah. Sorry, I'm checking this.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone has been doing some weird shit lately. Let's see here.
Right. Chorak. How you liking him so far?
He's sick. I like it.
Thank you. I'm trying not to draw him so earthen like in the other concept art. I'm trying to brighten him up just a little. I mean, because the other one is like more earth tones and this is more whatever.
Trying to remember how to turn my phone off and back on. Maybe it's off. I don't know. So sometimes I like post like a comment or like reply to somebody like in a message like on Instagram or something like that, and then I'll look back later. I'm like, did I reply to them? And they will have replied to what I replied, but like my reply is not there in the chat. It just like disappeared. Mm-hmm. It's really strange. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's up with that.
By the way, back his shit. He's got a few more days. Like he's funded, but fucking throw him some more.
Yeah, 6 days left to go. I mean, we'll probably get past the 2K mark, and then so one thing about this campaign looks different than my other ones. So previously we would collect shipping through Kickstarter. We're collecting shipping through BackerKit this time because just the way Kickstarter totals your funds,
mm-hmm.
It's just a huge pain in the ass. So like a lot of times you'll be like, oh man, my campaign is like, I don't know, $5,000 or whatever. So the shipping you collected counts towards your total for your goal, which is annoying as shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. Plus, not to mention, like last time I had shipping prices went up after I had already collected shipping. So then I got stuck with all the shipping. So what I'm doing this time is I'm going to collect shipping right before we ship, like a week before we ship. We're going to collect shipping and then we're going to ship out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it'll be a little more efficient. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it might be a pain in the ass. I have no idea. So I just noticed a lot of people are doing it that way now. I think it's a safer way to do it, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work. I'm still trying to figure out all the. I got a guy. He ordered books from Australia. Oh shit. He ordered books from Australia. He's like, how much does it cost to ship to Australia? I'm like, shit, man, I have no idea because I've never shipped there before. So I had to go to the post office and find out, and it's expensive. I know it's expensive.
It's like it used to be $30 at least.
For like $5 and a coin, it's like $42 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
In a Gemini mailer, and that's just like slow snail mail shipping. If you want to ship faster, it's like $60-$70.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people like online, they do the PDF because they're like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes what they'll do, what kind of sucks in other countries, is that they'll go like, oh yeah, you need to pay an additional tax to the person.
Oh yeah, because you have the UK has like a VAT tax or some shit now. maybe it's EU. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah.
I know
there's-
Spain does that. Like if you ship to Spain, they'll charge an additional tax to the person. And if you don't make that clear, they get kind of pissed. It's like, well, I can't handle it on my end. Like that's when it gets to your country.
The way I've heard to get around it, and it's worked for me so far, is if you're shipping to the UK, when you fill out your customs forms, put it as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, by definition, Kickstarter rewards are a gift.
Oh, there you go.
So, and then you don't have to pay the VAT tax, and they don't have to pay it either. From what I understand, that's the way I've been doing it. I haven't had any problems with it. Nobody's come back to me and said, "Hey, man, I had to pay this extra tax on it." I haven't had to pay any extra taxes on it. So I'm assuming that the customer didn't have to either. But because like when you pledge to Kickstarter, you're just giving people money as an investment, right? The reward is like secondary. So if I think that's how you get around that with the UK anyways. I haven't shipped to Spain or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Programming update. Facebook went down momentarily and it killed all the streams, and I can't get them started back up. So your show effectively ended on Facebook, but nowhere else. You're still on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yeah, I figured. It was like one of those annoying fucking things that Facebook.
is that why Instagram was acting weird? I just restarted my phone because I was like, Instagram's acting weird. Like
Yeah, Facebook was down for like 30 seconds or something, just long enough to kill everything. You know.
All right, that makes sense.
Whatever.
So-
it's like it happens.
So
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was my phone. Remember, I was just saying that, like, why is my phone acting weird? Like I replied to somebody's thing and nothing, it didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
still acting a little weird, but
Let's see here.
yeah, something weird's going on. Yeah. Oh well, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Facebook just ceased to exist, like out of nowhere, right? I don't think I'd really care, honestly. I'd be like, it might actually be a weight off my shoulders, free me from the burden of Facebook.
Yeah, right.
All these.
I don't know. I'm kind of like whatever about it right now. Oh, you're following me on Twitch. It didn't alert me. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't ever interact on Twitch. Like I tried doing the Twitch live streaming thing a couple times. I didn't really care much for it. Let's see here, Facebook. What's Facebook doing here?
Let me just look at this.
I think I really need to start thinking of that. That actually kind of makes me think of that. I should probably start thinking of a backup plan to communicating with other creators in case Facebook ever does disappear. Because like me and Brian, we pretty much do most of our communication through Facebook. Some of the other people that I work with, we do communication through Facebook. I guess mostly everybody does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Facebook goes down. I think there might be a problem actually.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, like, I communicate with a lot of people primarily through Facebook. Let's see here.
I'm gonna do a. Let's see here. Can I make this big? There we go.
Kermit. Oh, Kermit. Oh, Kermit. Sorry, I have to say that. That's funny. I think one guy, he had the funniest voice, and he said, hey, Kermit. The butt in the video. Somebody said that. And that's funny.
Let's see. I don't think this is gonna. This might not even show up on my feed, but I'm gonna just post this on Instagram.
Put what up on Instagram?
Your stream.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. I don't know. The last thing I posted on Instagram is still not showing, even though people are interacting with it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of being weird.
Saying like such and such person liked your story, but then like my story doesn't even exist. Like it's not even showing up.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Oh, I'm getting tired, so I will leave, but continue with the great frog drawing. Have a nice day, Christie and all. Yeah, goodbye, Prismatics. It's always good to have you.
See you later.
Pretty good show, dude. It's like good flow with people. Kermit! Well, not quite, but almost. Oh, boy. Gotta do that trotog. Let's see here. Let's see, what are you looking at? Oh, you're looking at your Instagram?
I'm trying to figure out what. Oh yeah, kind of. I'm trying to make a post, but it's not working. Let's see. It's not letting me put any text in here. Yeah, I think Facebook's screwed up.
They're probably I don't know what to do.
Yeah, something weird's happening here.
Who are you gonna call?
Nobody.
Yeah, right. It was a joke. Like, who are
It's
you
a
gonna
tiny
call?
weather balloon. It's interrupting the service.
Sounds like he's getting zucked. That's my friend Alice.
Right.
Ghost.
There you go.
That was a cool cartoon. I like that.
Well, okay. I was able to post a picture of your stream. I wasn't able to put any words in it, but yeah, I think Facebook's jacked right now. That might make for a fun day.
Yeah, well, you gotta say, like, what can I do?
Right? What can I do?
Oh shit, I have to go outside and play or something.
Right? I might actually get some work done. That might be weird. Right?
Uh-huh.
He's so derpy looking.
What, fucking like his face?
He's like, what the fuck, derp?
I think he just looks based. Like,
It's funny. I like it.
Scottish people. I'm Scottish.
One of these
Actually,
days,
I was fucking around on this one stream where these two people from the UK, yes, Scottish people, I know it's not the same, but so what it was is that I started saying, I was like talking like in a Scottish accent. I said, God damn, that was actually a pretty good Scottish accent. It's like, it's Scottish. And I said, and I was like kind of fucking around, and I said, Scrooge McDuck is actually kind of a racist character. And they said, why? I said, because apparently people that I know in England, if they want to make fun of fucking Scottish people, Facebook is telling you to go outside. Yeah, pretty much. That basically said Scrooge McDuck is pretty much a fucking racist character. And they said, why? And I said, because apparently, according to the people in England, that the Scottish are cheap, mean drunks. I'm like, what is it about you and drunks, England? Like the Irish are stupid, violent drunks. And like I said, well, what are the fucking British? They're just asshole drunks. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I think everybody's got a drinking problem, right?
In England, in the UK,
it's just everywhere, right? I mean, like what race of people doesn't?
Well,
I think you'd be the anomaly if you didn't, right?
They can process their alcohol. Damn it. I'm drawing this shit right here. Trogdor. Well, I don't know why I think Trogdor. I know it's Trodoc, but I think of Trogdor, that fucking like S-shaped motherfucker. Remember that? Look up Trogdor. Trog. It's like you burninate things and stuff, and he was just this S-shaped dragon. It was on All-Star or something. I forgot. It was like this long-legged white fucking character and shit, and he was wearing a red sweater and a ball cap on. Because reasons.
What show was it on?
All-Star Runner, I think that was called. Homestar Runner, that's it. Yeah, Homestar Runner. Ha! I
Homestar
guessed that before you, Dallas. How are the cats? Cats are good. Ink is...
Oh, okay.
She's
I've never seen it. Trogdor the Burninator. Never heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like this. I forgot what the guy's name. He's wearing a lucha mask, and he just made this whole thing up about Trogdor and shit, and how he liked to burninate fucking everybody. Trogdor. And then I'm going to go make this whiter. How does this look? Okay, slightly grayer. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Man, that cartoon did not age well at all, man. I remember it was like the most awesome thing when I was a kid. And I think I seen like an episode of it like a couple months ago, and it's like, man,
It's very camp.
that cartoon is crap. It was so bad.
Well, it was animated pretty well, but that company went out of Filmation.
I mean, for the time, yeah, but I mean, it was still not very good.
You mean just in terms of writing?
Writing, sorry, writing, animation, all of it. I don't think any of it was particularly great. But I remember when I was like 5, man, I was like all about He-Man, dude, drawing He-Man. Like,
I remember when fucking Bam Margera and CKY made fun of it. You remember seeing that?
yep, CKY was sick.
Yeah. They came out with new versions of He-Man on Netflix. Yeah, it's like somebody said, I need a hero. And I'm like, wow, you're putting it back to the 80s camp, dude.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, everybody got mad because when he killed off Adam and him, like it turned out to be a plot thing, but Tila was such a bitch that nobody cared about her. She was just angry at fucking everybody. It's like, whatever.
Oh, you're talking about the new one that they just came out with?
Yeah, with Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah. I watched it. I didn't think it was that great.
I mean, I think it had an interesting story arc. I mean, at first, like, it's like, why'd you kill off He-Man? This is stupid. And Tila's
Well, I mean, you know, here's the problem I have with it. It's just like super like predictable what they're going to do, right? It's like, oh, this is exactly what he's going to do. Part of the fan base said, hey, this is what you're going to do. We know you're going to do this. And then they did it. And then it wasn't even great because of it. And then, I mean, if you look at what the purpose of that show is to drive toy sales, right? And you go to the store, you go to Target, you go to Walmart, you go wherever, and you go look at the toys. Yeah, none of them are selling.
Yeah.
Because they pissed off the fan base. Like, and that may sound kind of crazy, but like, if you tell the customers that are supposed to be buying your stuff that, you know, they don't matter, they're not going to buy your stuff, you know?
Uh-huh. Old He-Man was awesome. He-Man on Netflix.
I heard they were coming out with another one, but I don't know anything about it.
I'm kind of He-Man'd out, man.
I don't.
They better make it good.
So I don't really consume a lot of media, like really at all. Like I'll play video games every once in a while, but I'm so busy just working and doing my own thing. I don't really have time to pay attention to what everybody else is doing, really, you know. And then then there's that also too. It's like, you know, where am I going to spend my money and my time? Usually I spend my money and my time on, you know, people that I know, you know, like why should I give my money to, you know, some fucking jerk that's already got $1 billion, you know?
Yeah.
I get my friend who's, you know, trying to make it, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So there's Trogdor, or sorry, not Trogdor, Trodak.
I like it, dude. I like it.
Yeah. I might put him on like a fucking color background or some shit. Hold on.
What did you do last? Oh yeah, you did that fucking crazy ass Apex one where he was like,
screaming like a fucking barn owl.
Yeah, like a barn owl. That's right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, like that, because I've seen them scream, barn owls. They're pretty freaky when they scream.
Owls are kind of disgusting.
Oh yeah, because they barf.
Yeah, they regurgitate their food.
Well, they regurgitate the bones that they can't digest.
Right. Yeah, because they're not like other birds, like where they eat like gravel and sand and shit like that off the ground to like help them digest food. Because I had a bird when I was a kid, and we had to put like sand in its food so that it could digest the food properly.
There you go, Trodoc.
Nice. Oh, you made this the thing on the middle pink.
Oh, that's because I didn't put it white. Hold on. I thought I colored it white. So
I was like, what happened to it? Is it Think Pink month?
yeah, right. It's like, oh,
What happened?
there we go.
I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, Trodoc. There you go. He's wearing his tartan right here. I think it's Merry Christmas. Watch as I pissed off a fuck ton of Scottish people now.
Right.
Oh no! Oh, Trodoc. No. But I have to put on fan art because I have to save
I feel like the exception to the Hasbro thing, trying to get people to make toys, like there's like one exception. I think it's like Japanese Transformers.
Well, I think
like,
that we were still doing it. It was like called Convoy back in the day.
Yeah, but like it was so much more badass than regular Transformers. Like the animation quality was like super sick. Like they actually like cared about making like a cool cartoon. Whereas like in the United States, it's like, oh, we don't care if like this character gets colored wrong for 5 frames, like that kind of thing. Because there's like so many instances where you like go back to like G1 Transformers and it's like, oh yeah, they didn't color these guys the right color for 2 whole scenes. They just totally didn't even care.
Uh-huh. So let me go and reply to Trodoc.
Yeah, they'll have to do excuse me, sorry, man, yawning a lot today. Yeah, we'll have to do another art trade sometime.
Yeah, me too. Who said that? Let me see. Hold on. Let me just check. Hold on. I'm gonna send this to you right now, sir.
Cool.
It's one
You
more
have my
thing.
email, did I? Oh yeah, I guess you do because I emailed you.
Yeah, I'll just pony it off that email. Let's see here.
I'll make sure I get it because yeah, my email is like wacky. I sent some pretty important stuff to somebody and it didn't end up going, which I was kind of disappointed about because I didn't realize it for a month.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a huge deal, but I mean, it's a huge enough deal that I have to worry about it.
Right? Ooh, let's see here.
I don't like that you can only send with like 32 megabytes for an email. Like, what year is it? Is it still 1995? Like, what the hell?
So, like, damn it, that's so annoying. Let me see. Let me go to Christie Shinn. Yeah, there we go. So let me just look here. Okay. There we go. So anything Sentai shows come out really fucking good. That's true. So yeah, there you go, man. That's like fucking awesome right there.
Cool. I dig it. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I sent it to you. Check to see if you got it.
Let me make sure. Let's see here.
Yeah, actually, it's 1995. You still haven't accepted my AOL Messenger friend request.
Right.
So I guess Dallas is on. So I'm going to just
Why
do
is
this
that?
picture.
Oh, hold on. It did something weird. Look here. I'll send it back to you so you can see what happened. That's weird. Why is
That's odd.
that is really weird. Hold on a second. I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Let's see where to go here. Go on Facebook. You can do it. All right, Facebook. Let's go to downloads. It's all weird. I don't know why it's all weird. It's like it's missing a layer or something.
Uh-huh.
See it?
Let me see. Oh, weird. Okay.
That's
Okay.
so weird because that's totally not what I see on your screen.
You know what? Maybe it saved it that way. Hold on. Let me see. Fan art. Yeah. It's like auto direct. Oh, you know why?
There's one layer and didn't save the rest of them.
Oh, because this layer is like, oh, it's tracing or something. So it doesn't save that layer. You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think the saving thing in Clip Studio is kind of weird, right?
Well, if you click it kind of wrong, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame. Most of the time, I'm like, I didn't even remember clicking it that way because I think it's supposed to be like a tracing layer. So it's like, or a tracing pencil. So that's why I probably didn't do what it did.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
See if that worked out. Okay. Is it from Clip Studio? No, it's just I was exporting it to a JPEG, Dallas. So.
Let me see.
So it's like, and then the booger hair would be like this.
I'm just waiting for it to come. I'll check it on my phone and see. Sometimes the email doesn't load up on my computer right away. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep, I think that. Yep, I think that's it. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's on my computer. Cool. Looks good. Like it.
Yeah, there you go. Blah, blah,
Like
blah. Yeah, so guys, like, do Apex and shit, you know.
Yeah, get my book. It's pretty cool. You can get them all. Like, you can get the whole series for like one price on there. It's pretty fun. It's pretty light and fun story.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of action. If you like anime, it's pretty cool. If you like Ninja Turtles, what else? Mega Man, X-Men, shit. I mean, like all the cool stuff. Like I just kind of pulled from all the cool shit that I like and just kind of, you know, slapped it all together into one little package. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of the thing. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Well,
cool.
Right. It's really cool right there. So yeah, that's like a pin idea. So
Yeah, you gotta make a big gold pendant, dude.
What?
You just gotta make a big gold pendant, dude. Just one, and just wear it on a big giant gold chain.
Right. I mean, I kind of want to do that, but it's like, oh man, I don't know. I kind of want to do it this other way, but I'm just gonna put under Demon Bitch pen is here and just kind of like show how fucked up this is, you know. Yeah. So I'm like forcing myself to get shit done so I can like actually get shit done, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my biggest problem is staying focused here. I'm gonna post this on Instagram if it'll work. Let's see here.
Yeah, right.
I think you're let's see here. Oh, there we go. So my phone's been like correcting words but making them like really weird lately.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a weird update or something like that, but I don't know. It's just like sometimes it's just gibberish.
What do you mean how it's just gibberish?
Like I'll put in a word and I'll just change it to like junk. like it just like incoherent jumble of words or letters. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Right. Let's see here. Shipbird. Oh, not triggered. Sorry. Pen is here. I like being rude and writing pen is here.
I don't know. I don't understand the question. Is it from Clip Studio to another program? I think I was just opening it by email.
Oh, okay.
It just,
yeah. No, I sent it to him by this.
Yeah, so, it was a weird. It was just a weird glitch. I think in the way it was saved or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just how it saved. Like I clicked on the thing, and I think it was just doing that. You know.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of surprised how well this so the microphone sounds pretty good, huh? It's kind of cool. I'm really happy not to go having to wear a headset. That's kind of wear headphones. I don't like wearing headphones.
Yeah, right. So it looks like Pops is popping in. Just let us know that we got to transition over because the show is just about done. So, you guys, thank you so much. Pops, do we have a 10-minute warning? So we got like a few minutes left, but yeah, we'll just sit back and kind of bullshit. But yeah, that's kind of like the new pin concept. That's why all my shit kind of like looks terrible. Hello, my name is Shitbird. So yeah, I emailed that to you, Dallas. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I'm slowly getting to. I think I want to do a simpler Kickstarter, but the thing is that I'm also doing like the book of like Demon B right here meets Mr. F Word. So it's actually a kid's book. So you're not going to say Demon Bitch, but it's Demon B. So yeah, but yeah, can you believe it? I'm actually going on like not a lot of food today. I kind of wanted to fast. I just didn't think I would want to fast like this today. All I had was a protein bar.
Yeah, I need to go have some lunch soon. What time is it? Almost 2? Yeah, it's almost about that time.
Yeah, it's almost about that time. We've got a few minutes left, so
I usually do. Oh my god, I usually do. I usually don't eat anything during the first half of the day. I usually just have protein shakes after I go to the gym, and then just do.
Yeah.
Do do like a big meal for dinner and shit. Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, I'm also seeing like how much is it for Alchemy merch because I go through Alchemy merch for my pins. Like, there's other pins I could go through, but I kind of prefer Alchemy merch. I don't know. They kind of handle the shit and they don't make it too annoying. Yeah. So I might want to do an acrylic style pin and then a hard gold one.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I have any sitting around here. I did some really cool acrylic pins. I don't think I have any in here. I don't have any of my stuff in my office that like anytime I try to show somebody something, I'm like, oh, I don't have it in here. But I did some really cool acrylic pins. They're of the little Apex Mario 3 thing we did. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Let's see.
Okay. I don't think I have.
We did a for the third Apex book. We did a like Super Mario Brothers 3 like variant cover. It was kind of cool. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
Oh, they have coins, 2D coins and challenge coins, and 3D coins. I don't know if I should do an acrylic pen because that would be kind of funny.
Oh, here we are. Here, this is this is what we did here. I'll send you a picture of it on Facebook. I love this. So I did a little teeny acrylic pins, about an inch in size of that. Just that model of Apex.
Where's it at?
I sent it to Facebook, to Messenger.
Okay.
I don't know how to screen share.
I remember one. Here, let me go and try to get it through screen share.
Yeah, yeah, this was that cover was a lot of fun. I did all the so I had Rich Blumen as the logo for the book. I had him do the main logo, the Apex 3 logo, but I did all the little logos, all the little like copy logos, and they came out pretty good. I was pretty stoked. And I don't know how I'm not good at using it, Illustrator or anything like that, so it was a lot of fun.
Let me look at this. Okay. Close this out. Anybody see this? Let me take a look. Are you able to see it? Here.
No, I can't see it.
Okay, so let me go ahead, stop screen. Let me share it. So there you go. That's what he did.
That's it. Yay me.
Yeah, right. It actually was pretty good. It's like after years of failed attempts, the shadowy corporate organization in Japan called Project Doombird has had a breakthrough. Scientists for the project have developed the Apex module, Adaptive Parallel Energy Xenium, a one-of-a-kind module that gives the user the ability to learn combat proficiencies from technological and organic beings. And let's see, the full potential of this technology has yet to be realized. Shortly after affixing the module to Unit 10, a lab-grown cybernetic owl, Unit 10 goes berserk and kills his creators, barely escapes with his life. Injured during his escape, he crash lands in the mountains of Japan and is found badly damaged by Kinesu Hasegawa. Hasegawa, the last remaining member of an ancient samurai order, nurses Unit 10 back to health, gives him the name Apex, and trains him in the ancient ways of the samurai. After losing his match, Esther's pursuer as Apex embarks on his new adventure. He made it kind of like pseudo, like fucking 8-bit and shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun to make.
Yeah.
I'd like to do something like that again. I feel like lately I just feel like everybody's been doing like tribute covers or whatever, and not enough people are doing like unique art anymore. I don't know. It seems like all it is like about doing stuff like this, right? Where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make this of that, and it's like I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start moving away from that because it's like all I see anymore. It's like just people, just doing that thing, which is fun, but at the same time, like I think if we're gonna push forward, we got to make new stuff, right?
Right. That's pretty much what you have to do. I mean, I've got to the point about that too. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Ooh. But yeah, no, it's been pretty good. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, that's pretty cool. So in the next few minutes, we're just going to probably sign off. But yeah, go get Kenny's shit. Let me see if you guys actually like.
Yeah, we got the link in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, I dropped it in the main chat.
Cool.
Unfortunately, in Facebook, they gave me the finger and said, no, you can't do that. So
yeah, well, that's Facebook for you.
Yeah, right. So anyway, yep, just be sure to do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I'm just wondering what to eat. I need to cut up a bunch of green onions, though.
I love green onions.
Yeah.
I'd like to eat that with like anything. Like green onions are so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I'm having a YouTube video. It's a baby owl suddenly blocked the police and bowed to her. Then she was shocked to find out the reason why. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, let me see here. I'll have to show it to you. I got my let's see my coin preview for the next coin. Let's save this here. Save image. I actually need to save this anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for the next Kickstarter campaign. I'll just drop that in there. There you go. I sent that to you too. That's for the next one. That's the new coin. That's what it looks like when they send me back like the actual mock-up for what they're gonna do. So they take my design and they change it to this. I'm sure you've seen it before, like when you submit like pins and shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, they'll do that thing with the PMS colors. You have to, guys, when you do like stuff with enamel and all that, you have to do it with PMS colors and things like that. So.
Yeah. I think if you use Pantone swatches, I think those actually
Pantone,
work.
yeah. I think Pantone solid uncoated or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, those will be like a perfect match, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not super what you call it? Nitpicky about it because I'm not like super like into the pin like coin like thing. So I trust the person that I'm hiring to do it just to do it at the best they can, and they usually do a great job. So they always do a great job, actually. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, great show, Christy. Thank you. So, like, you thought you had like an hour, dude, and 45 minutes. Now you're just like a full on, like, how many hours? But you got a good plug. But anyway, it's about time to go. So we've got to sign off. So, guys, you can catch me next week. Make sure you get on my HelloFresh link right up there. Get 21 free meals. Go ahead and sign up. It ends on the 14th. So I guess next Wednesday. So, guys, thank you. Support Kenny right here. Contribute. He's got only 6 days left. So, yeah, he does Apex. It's fun. It's a fun little IP. That's all I got to say.
It's fun.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much and take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.